Hey everybody, it's me, Mark Wiggins, the speaker man, coming to you live and direct. Well, sort of. I want to talk to you about the concept called suspending disbelief. If you suspend disbelief, that means you are putting on pause the things that you believe that you cannot do and going ahead and giving them a try. Your beliefs or your disbelief in yourself keeps you from going and achieving the things you want to achieve. Therefore, if you were to remove those things that you believe not to be true about yourself, I believe you could have more success. Stop being afraid. Take that chance. Move and do whatever you have to do to suspend disbelief for a moment. Can you imagine the power that you would possess and unleash on the world if you will just for a moment believe in yourself? I'm Mark Wiggins, and somebody should be shouting right about now. What is up? What is up, everyone's? Welcome to King Conversation. I am Mark Wiggins, and this is our monthly conversation where we have King Conversation. We talk about stuff that's important to kings, to help kings become better kings, because the only person that can help a king become a king is another king. Say what I said. Just appreciate you joining in. I know this has been a quick month. It seemed like I was just here. I think last time we were on, we were talking to Kaz. I think that was our conversation. But won't be on too long tonight. Just want to let everybody know what's going on with the magazine right quick. Let's do a couple quick housekeeping things and let you know what's going on with us and where we are headed, because stuff just got real last weekend. All right, first off, let's talk about the magazine. The magazine, the March issue releases probably on Monday, the 6th, 7th, or whatever it is, the 28th or something like that. Lies. It releases in March. March 5th is release date. We got about another week. It's going to come out. It is the Women of Power issue. It's a women's issue for the month. Those who submitted to be interviewed and featured in the magazine, you should have received your notification to fill out your form. Send that in to us so we can get you into the magazine and feature you as a woman of power. You've been selected by your friends and your peers. For some reason, you have something important to say, and we want to hear about it. So make sure you get that stuff back in. So my EA Christina, who's on the line, hey Christina, can get the magazine laid out for her. Us. Every magazine that you've seen lately, I don't know, about almost half a year, has been produced by Christina. She is talented. She actually has her own design studio thing going on right now. I know she's going to put her in the chat, because I'm about to bust her while I tell her right now and put her on the spot. Christina, put your YouTube channel and your IG in the chat so people can follow you and what you're doing out there. And she's doing an amazing job for that. We want to support people. So we're going to do that. Let's talk about the King's Conversation, the book. Yo, we are ready to go. I talked about this last month. Those who you men out there who are, I'm asking you to come on board and deliver some words of wisdom. We can compile it into the King Conversation book to send out to those young kings or kings that we know for a word of encouragement. We don't do a strong job of encouraging one another as kings to be better. Everybody say better than we were yesterday, right? We good job talking about each other. Good job not supporting one another. A horrible job on making sure and encouraging one another. So if you just go to the website, go to offthebenchmagazine.com, and put that there in the chat for you, offthebenchmagazine.com, and just enter your information. You'll get something back from me, letting you know what we need from you to get into this book. The book is scheduled to release in June. How about that? During the King Get Your Crown edition 2. We're going to get that book together. The project is going to be dope. I've got men potentially from all over the country coming into this book to put this together. It's a labor of love. As I stated before, that there's no cost to be in the book. There's no cost. I mean, there's book projects out there, again, that costing $2,000, $2,500, $5,000 to get into a book, and they really don't do a lot for you. I'm asking you to come get in the book, share your knowledge. Now, there is a cost to buy the books, which I recommend that you buy books and then give them away. Give them to your youth group, give them to your Kappa League, give them to your organizational, wherever it is, young men, your basketball team, give them this book, because it's going to be phenomenal. But information is coming out for that. Make sure you hit on there and get involved with that. Let's see, what else? King Conversation magazine. Oh, make sure you subscribe to the magazine. Absolutely, make sure you do that. Okay, let's talk about the issue for February. The February issue is entitled Energy. Hopefully you got your copy. It's a good look, good feel, way to kick the year off with what we're doing. And yeah, energy is it's different, right? It comes and shows up in different forms. How is your energy? How are you feeling? How are you approaching things? What are you giving to it? And more, sometimes importantly, what are you getting out of what you're doing? If you're not getting positive energy out of it, then you may not want to do it. You may not want to stay involved with it. And I want to share with you, if you've been following along a little bit on Instagram. If you're not, make sure you follow me on IG, OTB Magazine, or you saw a little bit on Facebook. You know that I was in Cleveland. Shouts out to C-Town for the NBA All-Star Weekend. And let me just say, it was more than a notion to go and do this thing. And I'm going to share with the Kings out here, because there's something I want to share with you that we need to do more of. As Kings, we need to do better at this particular act, right? The particular act I'm talking about is going after what you really, really want. Going after what you really, really want. If you got your Woke Wednesday today, you know kind of what I'm referring to. But the Cleveland trip for me was one of those breakout moments where maybe no one was paying attention, maybe no one particularly cared, but I was dead ass set on this mission I was to get home to deliver and be part of this project for Gloria James and the foundation for this fashion show, which took place on Friday night. And the House of Glow is what it's called. And to have been able to be connected to that through one of my clients who say, hey, come to Cleveland and cover this event. I'm gonna give you access. Come. I'm like, oh, I'm down. I'm down. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. Oh my God. I'm telling everybody, yeah, I'm going to All-Star Weekend. I'm going to All-Star Weekend. Oh my God, I can't believe you're going. I can't believe you're going. I can't believe I'm going either. This is like a dream come true. Y'all, I didn't know if I was going to the game. I didn't know what I was going to do. All of a sudden, I was like kind of worried about like, how am I going to show up? We talked about that in last week's Woke Wednesday. How are you showing up? And let me be clear. I was nervous to the fact that it wasn't necessarily I was scared about or nervous or concerned about doing what I do, talking, interviewing, or whatever. But I was more concerned about what I didn't know was going to happen. Who would I speak to? What was going to happen? I didn't get the information to like last minute of where I needed to be. I'm trying to be on time, because being on time is late. To be early is to be on time. So I'm trying to be ready to go and be open and willing to go with said flow, however it came. However it came. We here tonight. We going over here. We're here all day. I was at the State Theater from 12 to 11 o'clock doing what I needed to do. But in the midst of doing these things, I could, like, for instance, we walked downstairs. Lena walked me downstairs and said to everybody, walked into this room, people are getting dressed. They're getting ready to go for practice and rehearsal. She walks in and says, hey, everybody, this is Mark. Off the Bench Magazine. He gonna be talking, taking pictures. Y'all talk to him. And she turns and walks out. I was like, she just do that? She just left me right here in front of everybody. They went back to what they were doing. And then all of a sudden, a choice had to be made. A business decision had to be made at this particular moment. Either you in or you out. Or I grabbed my dog on recorder. Let me talk to you. And it was on and popping. Listen, the pictures that are coming out after this event, I put a few pictures up on the line. I just kept forgetting. Right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, go on to put it on. I was like, I'm trying to be in the moment. I'm trying to be present. Let me text it. I would post something and wouldn't hashtag nobody, because I just did good to get it up live. Didn't care. I was more focused on what I had to do, because like the energy was super, super high. You got a lot of positive things walking through and going through with organizations and the kids doing their thing. I had time for what I was fearing or what I was anxious about. Ain't no time for all that. We in it, so we keep it moving, right? Pause. There's one thing about being anxious and being concerned. Nervous is normal. You should have a piece of nervousness about you. You should have a slight dab of fear around you and about what you do. Not in the sense of being fearful of, can I do it? Flip it and be fearful of what would happen if you didn't do it. What if you had to walk? What if I walked out? Like, I'm scared of walking away. I would like kick myself forever if I didn't take the chance, regardless of what happened, however the pictures turned out, however the audio turned out. As long as the button was on, as long as the camera was focused in the right direction, I'm going to get a picture and some audio. I will make it work. My fear was, what if I don't fully take advantage of this opportunity? Now, sometimes as kings, we have this big aura around, but we don't follow through. So you got to make sure you follow through. So here I am inside. Again, I'm meeting people. I'm talking behind. I'm meeting barbers and celebrity barbers and celebrities of Cleveland and all that kind of good stuff. And it was just fun. Energy. Zone. Locked in. I'm running on I'm up here. And I'm just like, yo, is this what it takes me back to days when I was playing ball. Everybody talks about being in the zone. And when you're in the zone, you're like, the world slows down. It's like the Matrix in that joint. It's like, you see the rim gets to be about 35 feet big and you're running at super speed. That's what it felt like. I've not had that feeling in a long time playing ball. It's been many decades, but you know it when you feel it because you've felt this before. The energy is familiar to you. And when your energy reconnects with what you're familiar with, all of a sudden your skills reemerge and you're in, and nothing you can do. So I'm walking around like, yo, I'm here. I got access. And oh my God, you got a magazine. The reception in Cleveland was amazing. Hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on? He got a magazine. You got a magazine? Yeah, I got a magazine. You don't know about it? Here, follow me on Instagram. I'm out for the business. I'm walking around shooting people. I'm seeing kids dancing and performing. And the stuff I post is nothing to what's coming up. It was so many pictures. Christina called me like, yo, you know this is not going to fit into the magazine, right? This will not fit in March magazine. Not at all. March is Women's Month. We're focusing on what the women got to say. So it'll be a separate issue. It'll be a bonus issue. So if you're not subscribed, you need to go and get it because it's going to come out and it's going to be phenomenal. So I'm going through the whole day and doing what I need to do. And it dawned on me, I had a moment like, yo, you're here. You're not just here. You're here in the thing that you've been working on and grinding on for a year, which is this magazine and getting access and getting reach and expanding. And I'm thinking, this right here is some king stuff. Listen, you know what? I am somebody, as Jesse likes to say. I am somebody. And people began to see the energy of me being somebody. I walk into the room. Again, it helps me in 6'6" and looking like you used to play. They kind of just look at you different, like he's got something important to say. Who is this? I just played right along. So the night goes on and everything was good. And it was just a phenomenal situation. But again, what if I not followed through and went and turned and walked out? That's not king-ish. It's not kingish. You're prepared, you're ready to go. So you need to be there and make it happen. So anyway, that was some of the things I got into. But one of the bigger night was the bigger day was on Sunday. I do everything. I went through I went to the HBCU game. Shouts out to the HBCU. It's going to be phenomenal. They played it on Cleveland State's campus, and the whole bottom bowl was full. Buses of HBCU alums were coming through. It wasn't a team playing. It was Howard and Morgan. I don't know how big Morgan's following, but we know how big Howard's following is. You know, real HU, y'all work that out. Don't know. But people were just coming through, and it was amazing. So I think it's going to continue to grow. If you get a chance to go support it, you definitely need to go support that. But anyway, that was the afternoon that I went to the NBA experience. But here comes the rub. Let's have a real conversation. Let's have a real conversation about doing what you need to do for you, right? Doing what you need to do for you. At some point along the way, Kings, you got to have to tell people, I just can't get that done for you today. I'm doing me. And the tendency is that you want to hang and wait for your group, everybody to come together and come with you, but everybody can't come. Everybody's not going where you're trying to go, and you're not trying to go where everybody else is trying to go. And so I'm here trying to go someplace, and it was cold in Cleveland. I ain't gonna lie, it was like 10 and windy off the lake. I keep saying that Cleveland winter hits different than it does in Virginia. That snow that went from 11, it was slushy rain on Thursday night at 11, 12 o'clock. By 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, there's almost a foot of snow on the ground. Oh, Cleveland kept going. There was no shutdown. There was no, they're going to cancel the event. Oh, that's not going to happen. But I was ready to go do something. And even my son, the boy, we hung out, but he had something to do at 4 o'clock over at the school. I was like, dude, I'm going to miss the rest of the game. He's like, I got to go. I was, all right, I'm going to drop you off and continue what I got to go do. Sometimes you have to continue with that, because if you don't do what you want to do for you, then it messes with your energy. Then you be getting mad. Then you get angry. Then you start lashing out at people. You don't even know why you're mad. Let me tell you why you're mad. They done squashed your energy. They done stepped on your enthusiasm. You can't allow that to happen, especially when you're working in your gifting, especially when you're working in your calling, especially when you're working on your dreams. Sometimes everybody can't come. They'll be there when you get back. It's not that you don't love them. It's not that you ain't hanging out with them. They're not that you're boys, your girls. That's not the case. The case is back to that fear conversation. The fear should be, what if I don't go do what I need to do right now? I'm not getting where I'm going to go. So I went on by myself. And as kings, sometimes you got to go do stuff by yourself. And guess what? I enjoyed myself that day. Literally had a great day. I didn't know what I was doing. I just went in, walked around, saw some things. And you wanted to turn and talk to somebody. And you want to say, oh, I said, F it. I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it. I'm enjoying this time because I'm here for a purpose. Hard. It's a hard thing for us to walk alone. Success is a lonely walk, right? Your journey is your journey. It's not everybody's journey. Hey, come on. It's not a bus trip. It's your journey. So you get on the bus with 52 other people and they're on 52 other journeys. Why do you have to put yours to the side for everybody else to roll? And that's the way the day went. That was awesome. The game was dope. Let me talk about the game. So I get, is a bucket lister. Going to an All-Star game, I got to get to Super Bowl, and maybe I'll, one day I'll go see Cleveland Super Bowl. That was so close. But anyway, I get to the stadium. I bought tickets, and I was up high. And when you saw the video, that's not where I started out. I was supposed to be right next to the ceiling, next to the light bulb. That's where I was going to sit. Don't care. I was trying to be there. Something happened. Seat got upgraded. Don't know what went down. I get down to section 113. I walk in. I'm going to my seat. I'm seat number 1, row 11. These are dope seats. There's some people sitting right there. I was like, hey, how's it going? He goes, hey, you're standing. He was standing up. I'm like, do you got more people coming? Because once I sit down, I'm in row 1. I mean, people got to come past me. They're like, no, we're here. There's about 34 people. I was like, 34 people? What company you with? Oh, yeah. We're with Lobo Tequila. Okay. Who's Lobo Tequila? Never heard of it. Never heard of Lobo? No. Here, have some. He had some tequila. Shockingly, the tequila rep had tequila with them. Have some tequila. Bet. This is LeBron's tequila. I'm sorry, what? This is LeBron's tequila. Didn't know he had tequila. Yeah, it's been about a year. Him, AD, and Draymond, they're all involved with this. Yes, LeBron's tequila. Pause. Let's just think about the serendipity of all this thing. I'm there for an event for LeBron's mom and them doing some stuff. I end up getting a seat next to LeBron's tequila, which I did not know that he had. Oh, I'm chopping it up. I'm chopping up hard. I'm like, what? But what if I didn't go? What if I bailed into the energy of not going to the game? Oh, it's too cold. I want to go. The parking, the price of the ticket, blah. What if I didn't go? I would never have known LeBron has a tequila, and I never would have tasted it and hung out with people. Matter of fact, the seat I had was a CEO seat. They sold the seat online. I don't know how I got it, but we're going to thank God for the small miracles because I was right in where I was supposed to be. Again, being present in the moment and enjoying the energy of the facility, the gym, watching people screaming and yelling. I mean, it was a great time. It was a great time, but that was the end of the night. But the day that with that afternoon, going to a glorious thing for the single moms. And let me tell you something. Her heart for the single mother is legit. I don't know what you heard about her, but you know what? Everybody has a past in the story. But right now, she's just really focusing on helping single moms. And that was really cool. So all that weekend, I did that. And it was nonstop. The time I got there, the time I leave. Somebody said, Mark, you've done more this weekend than I've done all year in Cleveland. Well, I was on a mission. The energy was in place. The energy was where it's supposed to be. The energy and being open and being willing for things that came your way. I thought for certain, though. I just knew that night after talking to somebody who sat down next to me, I was cha-cha-hiki-kiing. She was like, they're going to invite me to the after party. Ashanti had a set. I'm thought, well, maybe they're going to invite me. Come on and come with us. You've seen it in the movies. I expected to be on the party bus. Maybe next year. Maybe next year they'll see me and go, aren't you so? Yeah, that's me. Sure did. Sure. But anyway, it was fun. But what I guess what I'm taking with this whole energy conversation for us as kings is sometimes you have to do your own thing. sometimes you really have to put everybody on pause and take care of self. Each month so far, we're doing these, King's Challenge. I have a new King's Challenge for the month of March. And this month we were supposed to support a cause. And you support a cause and you do something for whatever that cause is and just do something good for humanity, right? The challenge for next month, it kind of falls in the long lines of what I went through this weekend. And I'll tell you what that is in a minute. But just again, following your energy and doing what you want to do. I mean, some people weren't happy with my choices. Some people, I went home and I fell into the old roles. Marky, you got to take care of this. And Marky, bringing food home. Dad, you coming by? Like, stop bothering me. I'd remind myself, okay, we can take care of all this. I can't totally be self-absorbed just right yet. Had disengaged, make sure mama was good, bring her some fish, got to take care of that, take care of the boy, spend some money. Okay, everybody's good. Trying to see my dudes. Didn't quite happen the way we thought it was going to happen. Felt kind of bad about it. But you know what? At the end of the day, I was not there to come socialize. Yes, I'm going to see you. Yes, I'm going to hang out. But I wasn't there to socialize. Heavy, like I normally do when I go home. I was there to do my magazine. King stuff. And the drive and the journey to get stuff done was what's important to me. And so I just recommend this to the kings out here listening. I challenge you to look at what it is you're trying to work on, what's holding you back, what's motivating you to go forward, and who don't need to go along on the ride right now. Who needs to pull over like the bus stop and they need to get off right now because this energy is killing me. I give you the metaphor, but you know what I'm talking about. There's certain things, I mean, that are just dragging on you that you got to let go, and surround yourself with people that are going to put you in a space of energy to keep you going forward. It's like with speaking. I don't have a lot of people. Oh, Mark, you speak it, but you know who I speak to about speaking? Other speakers. So when I have Kaz on, or when I have on some other speakers that I've dealt with, Mike Dorsey, Rodney Burris, these are people that understand the struggle and the journey. You need that around you too. So surround yourself with people with like energy. It's like-minded, like energy that are trying to get to where they want to go, because that's what's going to keep you moving forward to get to you where you want to go. I see who's on the line over here. So anyway, so that was the weekend. It was a blur. It happened a whole lot, and I'm excited about it. And there's a great chance for another year to do it next year. I think it's in Salt Lake, so we may be going to Salt Lake. Oh, but one final thing did happen. There's a couple things I wanted to happen while I was there. One was to get invited to a high-level party. Didn't happen. 2 was to meet LeBron. Didn't really, but I got a picture. 3 was to get and talk to Gloria James, which, if you follow along, was on the cover of our issue last year. And I got a chance to actually talk to Gloria James. That was dope. And I thanked her for being on the cover of the magazine. She goes, "Oh, yeah, I remember that." She remembered, y'all. She remembered. I was like, "Oh, my God, you remembered." It's the small things. It's the small things, but what it did for my energy was amazing. So a lot of good stuff coming up next for the magazine, but we're going to get that going. All right, so let's get on to the March challenge. In the lines of what happened last month, Kings, here's your challenge. I want you to take yourself out to dinner or take yourself to an event by yourself. By yourself. Hardest thing to do is to be and spend time with yourself, but you want us to hang out with you anyway. Spend some time. Take yourself out to dinner. Go to an event. What is this, March? It's almost March Madness time. Somebody's got a tournament. I know in the DC area, the A10, I think it's playing downtown. Maybe go catch the afternoon, catch a game, catch a Saturday. Maybe you go to your favorite dive bar and watch it by yourself. Maybe you go get tickets to a show or go see Van Gogh if he's in your area. Do something for you, something that you would do and go by yourself. It's hard. We're used to running in packs and with teams and whatever. But when you get there and you go through the experience, you're worth it. It's something that you need to do. So that is my challenge for the month of March, and you'll see more about that. I'll repost this again in March when it's more appropriate. Just want to talk about it now because we're in King Conversation. Make sure you treat yourself to a dinner or an event, or dinner and event. Take yourself to a movie. Take yourself to a concert. Go listen to some jazz. Go to Cigar Bar. Go, actually go to. I'll save that one for later. Anyway, do that and have fun, because that's what we're trying to do. And again, it's all about taking care of self. Let's see. Let me go to firm and get some shout outs before I get off. I first want to shout out the home team in Cleveland. Check out my boys. We didn't get to hang like we used to. You hang out like we should. Aaron, it's been 50 years. We'll hang out more next time I come home. Roger, it's always good to see you. Doug, I went to support my man Doug in his restaurant and got to talk to his kids about basketball. So that was fun. So Doug, appreciate you for the restaurant. Scott, as well. Everybody out there, shouts out to the boy. He's doing his thing in med school. Again, doing King stuff is hanging out with your grown son, watching Marvel movies in his apartment with his TV, and he bought dinner. That was fun. So shouts out to the boy for doing his thing. Proud of you for that. And he wants to give me shout outs to shout out to my boy Brian Ricks. Be Ricks, you out there. I appreciate you and your support. And that's what we got. So anyway, that's my King conversation for tonight. Again, didn't have anybody on. Just want to give you the solo episode. Make sure, again, you subscribe to the magazine. Follow me on IG. And don't miss this issue that's coming out. Is going to be lit. I feel like there'll be more spinoff issues and bonus coverages for stuff, because people are calling and asking for things, and events are happening now. The world's opening back up, and things to go do that are of interest to me. It's a lifestyle motivational magazine, so I want to talk about lifestyle and motivation. That's what we're gonna do. So anyway, as always, as we wind down the show, if you can reach your dreams with a step ladder, then they're probably too low and your energy ain't in the right space. I'm out.